Alright, welcome back to SouFLoTV again, everybody. It is your host with the most. Watch this. If you see this part of the video cut off where you don't see my face anymore, just know, sir, you will still hear my voice. Alright? My granny backside. I walk one. My youth in him school uniform, and his school uniform is well put together, right? That's how I used to go to school. School uniform, well ironed, press out and everything like that. And your shirt tucking at your pot. Well, me used to go knocks and we wear bush jackets, so we didn't have the tucking. But when I was in the schools where we did wear khaki, you know, your thing tucking and your belt well tight and up on your waist, no pants off your ass and all these things. So, me watch the youth I walk and me I say I walk go on until me look down. I'm here, bumper clot. I see the man a rocking him high heels, him spike heels. No man. But then the comment section. Me rotted. But we could talk about this, because we have to talk about this. We have to talk about this. A lot of people are up in arms as expected. Why? Because this is Jamaica and because this is what we're seeing, and it's not so bad that we're seeing it amongst grown people, because grown people can go live them life and do what them want to do with all them extraness. But when you see the little youth them coming out of school or trying to go to school, people figure school to make a conscious decision for wake up this morning, put on him uniform, good, put him books and him book bag together, and put on some spike heel and go to school this morning. You know, sir, it's a decision that the man making up. So we got to think about this now, right? Some people are like, damn, they really start young. I'm not no expert, so I don't know. I've heard people say, yeah, I feel like I'm trapped in the wrong body. Ever since I was 7 years old, I always felt like a girl. When all the other little boys were playing with Tonka toys, trucks, and stuff like that, Lego blocks, I wanted to play with the little girls. I wanted to play with my sister toys. I wanted to play with dollies. And then by the time I hit 9 and 10, while the little boys were running around outside, climbing trees, pushing each other, and wrestling and boxing and stuff, I was inside. I was getting into my mom's makeup and putting on her dress and her stuff. No, them some there are people experiencing life that I'm not here to fight. Who am I to tell a man, say, you're wrong from morning. You gone left from morning. But that's our culture, though. There's a lot of people who are saying, yo, you see this? A lot of you men who keep having your children, you see when you have your picnic with Alright, so the video cut as I expected because the battery was low and I was doing a series of recording. So I decided to carry on behind the scenes. So, you see a lot of the men them, when you have your child with sexy body Keisha, I see, when you have a child with sexy body Keisha just so you can go brag to everybody, say, yo, I me breed Keisha in a dog. I me breed Keisha and them something there. She have my youth. You must also remember, say, if you don't plan to be there, then all kind of things can befall your youth. I'm not saying that this is what makes people gay, or this is what makes people decide to be transgender, or decide to be into cross-dressing, or decide to be a member of the LGBTQ spectrum. I'm not saying that. That's not what the claim I'm making. But what I am saying, though, is a lot of things can befall your child when you're not around. I've seen cases in my own life. I'll give you a true experience. I had a family of all females, and there was a little youth that was growing up with them at the time. And that little youth was the only boy in the house. And I just moved to that part of town. And when I went to go visit one day, because I be a girl in the house, it was like 5 women in the house, females, girls and women. And, you know, when I went to go visit one day over the house, Them inside, I play them music, and they're doing all the latest dance. Them a wine and go down, whoa, and dirty wine and jump on them head top and, you know, whining at the ear with them, on them head top and stuff like that. And the little boy was in there, and they're in there having girl session, because that's what they did. They paint their fingernails, them do each other hair, them play music, them get up and dance and walk up in the video light and whoa, you know, females act when them a party and stuff like that. And because he was the only boy in the house, I realized on my visit that he actually took on the mannerisms of the females that were in the house. True to God, swear to God on all my children, real stuff that happened in my life. See, so me seeing that, I said to myself back then, I said, nah, I'm gonna start taking him with me when I go visit. I'll make it a point to visit more and take him with me to come hang out with me, cause he didn't have any males in the house. He was the only female. And I started taking him, and I was hoping to influence him, and he started acting more like me than he was acting like all the women that were in the house. Seeing? And to this day, to this very day, he acts very manly. I don't know his sexuality. That's not what I am discussing. But I know that he doesn't walk around in women clothing, high heels. I know that he doesn't dance like a Jamaican dancehall female. Yo, wine and broke out and them thing that jump on man and want them dagger him and them something that he doesn't get into any of that. And I think I credit that to me intervening as a man and saying, yo, come with me, youth, and taking him, you know, and being that influence for him. So to the man them who breed up the woman them and left them, sometimes, especially in today's age, these women ain't really paying attention to your children. They're more into their Facebook account. They're more into their Instagram account. They're more into their TikTok account. They're more into their social media life than they are. Most mothers, especially modern day mummies, them put a tablet or a phone in front of the child or turn on the TV cable and leave the child there, and that's what raises the child, not them necessarily. They'll come on social media and talk about how they're a mom and they're a good mom to their child and they spend so much time with their child, but if you really be like that fly on the wall watching them on a daily basis, they spend more time on themselves, and that child spend more time just running around or raising itself. So you have to be more there as a father in the first place. Watching this youth walk away in a them heels there, the brother walk like him don't care. First of all, he walk like he is experienced in walking in heels. A regular something him do. And I was watching the comment section, and the comment section is a lot of women in the comment section that says, yo, him walking at the heels better than me. I'm me a woman, and I've been walking in heels for years. To the point where heels aren't even my favorite thing to wear. I only wear them on special occasion. But him a walk pan grung, hard road, in heels like he's a pro. Why? Because he's probably been wearing them for a long time now. And him decides, said, this is who I am. He is at a place where he has decided that this is who I am, and I'm going to come out. Now, I went to school in Miami from early, right? And I had one in my school. A youth, when I say one, I mean a youth that was not afraid from junior high days to come to school dressed like a girl. His name was Lenoris. And anybody who went to North Miami Junior High can remember Lenoris back then. Lenoris was from Scott's Projects. So the youth already come from a rough community, and the youth was not afraid. He decided at junior high age that he was going to come out and be himself completely. So this youth used to come out now and come to school completely dressed like a girl. And me coming out of Jamaica as a child and seeing this, I was like baffled, like, yo, this brother coming to school every day, but hear what? Him never care. And he could really fight. And he wasn't small. He actually looked like one of them youth that you would look at and be like, he's probably going to play professional basketball. Because Lenoris was tall and built like one of the older kids. Built like somebody were built bigger than him age, kind of thing. And he wasn't afraid to fight. So not too many people would say stuff to him and run, because he would fight. right? And I'm looking at this youth right now, and I'm thinking to myself, the brother decides, said this is him, you know. Decide, say, I come out. So what are we seeing here? We're seeing the transformation. We're seeing the change. Because you know and I know that one time gone in Jamaica, that couldn't happen. A youth wouldn't even joke about that. We say it in our speech in Jamaica. Yo, dog, man, no run them kind of joke there. Yo, me no run body joke in my youth. You know what that means? That means don't even make it a joke, because I'm gonna take it serious. Joke about anything else, but no run no body joke around here. So even if somebody dared him to do that, even if I lose a bet. I saw one comment where a lady said, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt, and I'm just going to say, because times are hard now for everybody, and I'm going to say that he could not afford shoes. So he wore his mom's shoes to school. So somebody, whoever posted this video, please get in touch with me, and so I can get in touch with him. I will buy him a pair of shoes, or a couple of pairs of shoes, or something like that. The youth have shoes, my girl. We no short of them thing there. Him have shoes. He genuinely decided he was going to put on woman shoes and come out today. And walking on spike heel because he is cross-dressing. Alright? He is cross-dressing. This is where it starts. He has decided to step forward, just like the youth I'm telling you about named Lenoris from my junior high school days. This youth right here has decided to step out. And this is going to be him. Now, let's talk about the environment that he's going to have to grow up in. Because, you know, there's harsh reality here for him. But again, Jamaica is changing. So some people will see him and want to do something to him. And then other people will see him and not see him. And just go on like, yo, are that you choose? Alright, me not see you, my youth. And go about their business. What I want you to do is to leave your comments in the comment section below. Especially if you're somebody who's familiar with Jamaican culture more than 20 years ago. I don't want nobody will just come out at today's generation, just now, just born. Because this is their thing. Alright? It's accepting. Especially Jamaican women. Jamaican women are the first ones to be like, leave the youth alone. And you know why? And they're very encouraging of this kind of behavior from our men and our boys per se. But I'm going to chalk it up to something like this. A father can turn him back on a youth and say, yo, I don't want no picnic with turn them way there. See, because people are going to say, and again, in our culture, people are going to say, yo, it come from your genes. You make body picnic. Right? So it's kind of like an embarrassment to a lot of Jamaican men to have a child that is that way. An effeminate male, per se. A woman is a mother in most cases. So in most cases you will find a mother saying stuff like, no matter what happens to my child, no matter what my child becomes, or whatever, this is what it's going to be. I'm going to love my child regardless. All if I dat him turn into, me I go love him regardless kind of thing. You know? So, me notice that the woman them give them kind of thing a whole heap of strength and them joke it off and them leave it alone. Tell me if I'm wrong. Alright? And leave your comments in the comment section below and let's have a whole discussion about this. Please though, before you leave your comments, please keep your comments clean. I don't want to see nobody talk about him for dead. This is not a channel where we advocate violence towards certain people. Even Buju Banton said that if he knew now what he knew, or if he had known back then what he knows now, he probably would have never sang the song Boom Bye Bye. See? So at a point in life we have to move wiser. Not saying you have to condone certain things, but you have to move wiser in these times. So we're not advocating any kind of violence towards anybody. We're having a discussion. Talk to me and I'll catch you on the next video. It's SouFLoTV. I'm out. Peace.